I've been hearing some talk lately about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remastered. People are even talking about throwing in Sonic Heroes, make it a complete trilogy, quote unquote. This is a weird, unique upsurge of people in the community bringing this up and talking about this whole thing. And it got me thinking, how would this actually work considering Sega's current state of developing games as their current patterns continue to develop? So let's take a minute to talk about why this may or may not work. I want to see if this could be a huge hit or miss. It's possible that Sega could make the games worse or even better. But let's get into the good side of things. I feel if the current Sonic team, which we now have, is mostly made up of new people, I guarantee you that there are very few people at Sonic Team at this current moment who have worked on the Adventure series. So in my opinion, working on these remasters would help Sega and the new Sonic team technically to relearn what made these games great in the first place compared to other Sonic releases. What kind of gave me this impression, this being a good thing, is for example Kingdom Hearts franchise. They have totally different teams doing Kingdom Hearts 3, which is the new big upcoming Kingdom Hearts game. But they went back and did HD remasters multiple times to familiarize themselves with the OG Kingdom Hearts formula. I feel like this would be perfect and a great opportunity for Sonic Team to tackle at some point. And to get with that formula, seeing that they nabbed a few aspects from it from the Adventure series for Lost World. And if that works, then I can really see them tackling Sonic Adventure 3. I don't want an SA3 if they're not ready for an SA3. And in my mind, this kind of solves that issue, if I have to be honest. In life, we always have to remember there's always a bad side to things. If this were to happen, they could royally screw up the game and make changes to the game that doesn't resemble the original product. Which happens with a few remasters, kinda like the Crash Insane trilogy. Although a decent remaster, a lot of properties within the game were changed and it slightly is a different game. It upset a few people with that. I personally have not played it, but I know it has affected people's view on the remaster. To me, it isn't that much of a big of a deal, but when I put this in perspective, I remember this is Sega we're talking about here, so it either goes good or bad, or sometimes there's an in-between, but that doesn't happen too often. So enough objective good and bad projection and speculation of how this could turn out and what possibly may be factors of this becoming a reality and if it'll actually be good or not. Now let me give my own personal feelings towards this. So I personally would love a remaster of these games over an SA3 most definitely first, because it's like I mentioned, it would allow them to essentially learn how to do this and how to make an adventure game and not have to experiment to the point where it ends up like Lost World, where there's too much experimentation and not enough innovation. So personally, I would love a Sonic Adventure 2 remaster, especially Adventure 2. I'd take Adventure 1 as well. Maybe it would allow me to like the game more, because I personally prefer 2 over 1, because you know Adventure has a little rough edges around the side on Adventure 1. So yes, personally I feel like it would work. The remasters would work out for the benefit of Sega, and on top of that, it's just an economic smart move to make on Sega's part, because Adventure 1 and 2 remasters will sell like hotcakes for Sega, because the Adventure series is a lost formula that a lot of Sonic fans are longing. So I personally feel like it would work out, especially economically for Sega, but there, like I said, there's still the possibility how they could screw it up. So it's Sega, it's Sonic Team. Maybe this will benefit them, maybe this will hurt them, but I personally feel like it'll benefit them more than hurt them. But that's how I feel about the Sonic Adventure remasters.